Just let your best pass rusher. Oh, he's asking for a timeout. He's asking the sideline for a timeout. He wants to catch his breath. He knows he needs to put his best pass rush on this game right now, but
they don't call it. Here it is, game on the line. Fourth down.
Yeah, they gave it to him. He took it. Sometimes you got to listen to your players, Kev. When your potential defensive player of the year asks for a timeout on the play of the game, you give it to him.
All right, so the Eagles have a timeout so they can go anywhere on the field. They need 10 yards to keep the game going. And Parsons, who had a relatively quiet 3.5 quarters, has been a force with pressures and forcing that fumble, forcing Minshew out of the pocket there. Here's the game. Minshew in trouble. Just lost it up. Nobody home. Cowboys gonna win it.
Well, you saw Micah Parsons ask for the timeout. They wanted to rejuvenate. They got 5 guys up here to pressure, and the rush gets home. Take a look at the garbage by his feet. Dante Fowler working to back up Driscoll. He's laying at the lap. Minshew has no choice but to just throw that ball up and hope for a prayer. But Dallas's defense, they stepped up today. 4 takeaways, and the big stop there in the 2-minute drive. They came through.
What a game. What a game. And the Cowboys take down the Eagles, handing them their 2nd loss of the year, and the division is still in play.
J-Mac Sports 24/7. I am J-Mac. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. It was definitely Merry Christmas for the Dallas Cowboys and Dallas Cowboy fan base. Santa Claus was really, really sweet to us. He gave us a victory over the filthy Eagles, 40-34. It was like a playoff game. It was like a playoff game. Thank you for coming to the channel. I am actually visiting my mom in Greensboro, North Carolina. My 76-year-old mother, haven't been here, haven't spent Christmas with my mom since I was 19 years old. So I'm happy to be at my mother's house, celebrating this wonderful day we use to celebrate the birth of Jesus. And wow, I don't know where to start with this game. It's definitely mixed emotions. I'm really, really happy we got the win. Forgive me if my audio don't come in pretty well because I don't have my mic and I don't have a boom mic on my phone. And I had took the liberty to drop down some notes here about the game that was epic. That was a good win. Hey, I got much respect for this season, the Philadelphia Eagle players. I am really happy about the win, but this could have gone either way. Much respect to the Eagles. They're good. They could have easily won this game. It didn't start out too good for the Cowboys. We won the coin toss. We got the ball first. And I think we got at least 1 first down, and then we end up punting the ball to the Eagles, and they go in and kick a field goal. So they're up 3-0 in the first quarter. Now it's our 2nd time with the ball, and I think we get a first down on our 2nd drive, and then the whole world witness our quarterback throw an INT, an interception, a pick six. It was 1st and 10. Dak rolled left off of a play action, and he hit number 86, Dalton Schultz. No, he was intended to hit Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz was wide open. And not saying he would have scored a touchdown, but he would have got at least 30 yards out of this. Instead, he hit number 78, edge rusher, Josh Sweet. Now the Eagles go up 10-0. Now, this is early in the game. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if the pick six had to happen, I'm glad it happened at this point of the game. I'm happy it happened. I'm happy it happened at this point of the game because we're able to put up points. Our offense able to put up some serious production. And as the game concluded, I was right. We hit 40 points. 17 of those came from, I believe, turnovers. 4 turnovers by the Eagles. So we put up a lot of points. So now the game is 10-0. What's your thoughts at that time? Game 10-0. I know the Dak Prescott haters was out in. I mean, they was like, I wouldn't be surprised. Some people turned the game off at that point. On the next possession, on our 40-yard line, 3rd and 5, Dak, this was a great play. Now we got the ball, Eagles go up 10-0, and we get the ball back. And now it's 3rd and 5. And then they send a blitz. Eagles blitz on 3rd and 5. Garbage is around Dak's knees. Somehow, and I'm thinking that we got a sack. The Eagles have a sack. Somehow he withstand that pressure, that sack, enables to hit Michael Gallup. Dak keeps the drive alive. It was a 14-play drive. 75 yards. When in the red zone, Zeke runs it in for a touchdown. I put this note down because Dak had just threw a pick six. And on the next pursuing drive, that was all Dak Prescott. That was nothing but Dak Prescott. Keeping the drive alive, going 75 yards, with allowing Zeke to run in for a touchdown. Now the score's 10-7. Next scoring drive. I got this because I can't read my own writing. T.Y. Hilton. On the next drive, the Cowboys, T.Y. Hilton get a pass interference or a holding call to keep a drive moving. I forget, that's my mom. That's my 76-year-old mom. You hear in the background. She don't hear that well, and so I think she's on the phone talking to one of the great grands, my granddaughter Kennedy. So they're in another room. So just bear with me, all right? Because I'm down in the South. A 76-year-old black woman. They do things a little different than what you may be accustomed to. But then again, you may be accustomed to it, because I got a lot of friends, my age, have parents, same thing. So you may be accustomed to it. So, but if you're not, this is who we are, So T.Y. Hilton played a significant role in this game on 2 plays. One, that was the first one. He was able to keep a drive alive by getting a pass interference or holding call. So That drive there allowed the Cowboys to get a touchdown. On the same drive, Dak hit CeeDee Lamb for a TD, and we go up 10-14, 14-10. So think about this. We're down 10-0 with a pick six. All because of Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott goes on 2 drives, and we're up 14-10. Dak was 27 out of 35 attempts, 347 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 INT. He finished the game with a 124.3 QBR. If you was watching Twitter, Twitter was on fire. Everyone saying how Dak was tearing it up. After this pick six, there was also another errant throw by Dak. I shouldn't say it was an errant throw because actually Tony Pollard's head was not turned around as soon as Dak had released the ball. But on the next play right after that, we scored a touchdown with CeeDee Lamb. So Dak played his he played his behind off. Game stats. Total yards. Eagles 442, Cowboys 419. Passing yards. 335 for the Eagles, 304 for the Cowboys. But this is a surprising stat for me. Rushing yards. Eagles 87, Dallas 115. It didn't look like we got 115 yards, but we kept running the ball. We ran the ball quite often. And the Eagles, who are known for running, well, they didn't have their quarterback, so that's their leading rusher, in my estimation. He may not be the leading rusher in yards, but definitely in touchdown scoring. First downs, 25 Eagles, 25 Dallas. Third down efficiency, 8 for 14 Eagles, 8 for 15 Cowboys. That's pretty good. Here's another surprising stat. Total plays, 69 for the Eagles, 72 for the Cowboys. And at times I thought the Eagles hit the ball more. But here's a sack that's a disparaging sack. Sacks allowed, Eagles 0, Cowboys 6. They sacked Dak Prescott 6 times, but then again, they blitzed more than the Cowboys did. Still, the Cowboys go again, our defense go again with 0 sacks in the game. 0 sacks in the game. We got a lot of QB pressures, but we need to get some negative yards. We need to get some. Got the hiccups. My bad. We need to get some. Our defense need to step up. Not only do our defense need to get more yards on the ground. Oh my gosh, we giving up too many points. Too many points are we giving up in the game. Too many points are we giving up in the game. We cannot win if we're giving up that many points. 34 points, we cannot win. We cannot win the Super Bowl. We cannot go deep in the playoff if we give up that many points in a game. And we cannot get to the quarterback. I have a lot of notes here. I'm not going to, because I'm actually, I have to read from them. I'm not really prepared to get them down, to get them up. But Dak Prescott won this game for us. You got to call it as is. He won his game for us. Dak was on fire. Yes, he put us in the hole, but he got out of the hole. He got out of the hole. Dak got us out of the hole and was on fire. I'm on record saying that Dak is not an elite quarterback, and to become an elite quarterback, in my mind, you need to win a Super Bowl, and you need to probably win more than one Super Bowl to be an elite quarterback. Dak is a good quarterback, and he could be an above-average quarterback. But he needs to continue to win. He needs to win in the playoffs. And we need to win because of Dak. And I believe we won because of Dak. Now, yeah, we had we was down. It was what, third down or fourth down? I think it was 30 yards, like third or fourth and 30. I may have wrote this down. When Dak hit T.Y. Hilton, and I think T.Y. got about 50 yards off that play. I know I have it here somewhere, but I just can't get to it. Thank you for signing T.Y. Hilton. Thank you for signing T.Y. Hilton, because he was crucial on 2 plays. The earlier play to keep the drive alive with the holding or the pass interference, and the one that bombed, that go play that Dak sent and hit, and put a lot of air on the ball, and T.Y. ran under it, and we scored a touchdown. That play, the interceptions by Deron Bland, Jaron Curse, those picks. It wasn't a pick 6, but they came at the right time, and we need to slow down the Eagles or stop a drive, because it's very difficult for the Cowboys to stop the Eagles from moving down the field. It's very difficult. Eagles are running like a machine. They are running like a machine. When I say running, I'm not talking about just running the ball. It's like a machine. It's like a system. They're passing. One thing I noticed about the Philadelphia Eagles, that they're getting the ball out of the quarterback's hand very fast. And there was not many QBRs as it was if Jalen Hurts was there, but there were QBRs. We have to prepare for that, because I do feel that we're going to have the Eagles in the rubber match. We're going to have them. I think we're going to have them. And 2 games so far, we have not proven that we can stop the Eagles when they want to drive. When they got to the 1-yard line, the whole world knew what the Eagles were going to do. They ran the ball, whether it was a QB sneak, but the whole world knew, and we couldn't stop it. They did what they was going to do, and they told us what they was going to do. They told the world what they was going to do, and we couldn't stop it. So the Eagles, they're getting the ball out of the QB hands really quick. 3-step drop backs, 5-step drop backs, getting rid of the ball, slants, and then that one. I'm going to put this video together, split them together. My son happened to call me to wish me Merry Christmas. He lives in Philadelphia. He's a Philadelphia fan, and he wanted to talk about the game. And I was telling my son, first of all, he was giving props and respect to the Cowboys and Cowboys, the way they played the game. Likewise, Eagles, much respect to the Eagles. But my son was upset with the defensive coordinator of the Philadelphia Eagles, because he couldn't understand why they could not stop CeeDee Lamb. And I was explaining to him, which he saw as well, because he's very intuitive, that CeeDee Lamb was going a lot of times in the slot. And so you put the slot guy on CeeDee Lamb, he couldn't be stopped. And sometimes he was double teamed, when he was not in the slot. And where Trayvon Diggs was able to follow Brown for the Eagles from side to side until Brown went into the slot. And then, he was able to get, production from the slot position. But for the most part, Trayvon Diggs followed Brown from side to side. But CeeDee Lamb was lighting it up. CeeDee Lamb was on fire. So, CeeDee Lamb, man, I'm giving the game ball to Dak Prescott, but if it wasn't for Dak Prescott, then I can, I give it to CeeDee Lamb. It's an argument for that. We got to work on our defense. I said the coach that needed to step up was Dan Quinn. And I just gave it to you in regard to the stats. And Eagles had a total of 442 yards. 442 yards against on our defense. We cannot win if we're giving up 400 yards. If we're giving up 300 yards, we cannot win a Super Bowl. if we're giving up 6.4 yards per play, we cannot win the Super Bowl. If we're allowing a team to go 8 for 14 on third down, we cannot win the Super Bowl. We just can't. If we continue to give up 6 sacks a game, which I know we're not, but 6 sacks, we cannot win the Super Bowl. J-Mac Sports 24/7. I'm J-Mac. Thank you for coming to the channel. Please hit that like button. If you're watching the video, please like it. It doesn't take much to like the video. Just hit like for me. I really appreciate it. Share the video and go do comment. Again, I'm doing this from home, from my mother's home, and get ready to just go ahead and have some Christmas with my mom, and then go visit my daughters in Charlotte, North Carolina after that. But we got to win. We got a W against the filthy Eagles. I got much respect for the Eagles. They are who they say they are. The Philadelphia Eagles are who they say they are. So you heard it from me. You know, they are good this season. So are we. So are we. The Dallas Cowboys, America's team. And I like to put emphasis on America's team to the true haters of the Dallas Cowboys. America's team, the most watched team, the most hated team, the most beloved team, got another W yesterday against the filthy Eagles, who I have much respect for this season. They have a good team. They can score. They can score on the ground. They can score in the air. They got a really good defense. They got a really good special teams. And their coaching is on par with the team. I mean, they had a terrific game plan. Getting the ball out of their backup quarterback, Gardner Minshew, or whatever his name is. They got the ball out of his hands quickly. He was getting the ball out of his hands on those slants. I'm giving it up to their game plan. But we got to do something on defense. We cannot win if our defense cannot stop a team from scoring. We just can't. We have to be able to stop a team. And Dak Prescott, situational football, Dak. I mean, yeah, you get the game ball, but situational. Fourth quarter. On a QB sneak, you're going to the left. We need the time to run off the clock. You cannot go out of bounds, Dak. You left 2 minutes and 1 second on the clock with the Eagles having three timeouts. So really, you gave them 4 timeouts to stop the clock. So Dak, you need to stay in. You need to stay in bounds. Understanding situational football. I'm surprised if you did that, being in the league this long, since 2016. You would do that. You would run out of bounds. Situational football. Especially, it doesn't have to be since 2016. I mean, here we are, the 15th game of the season, and I mean, if you're a rookie, you should know what to do in situational football. Situational football, do understand where you at, time and distance. All right, I'm happy for the win. Mixed emotions. We got the W. Peace. 2 fingers.